Hello friends, my name is Olga. I am a mature medical student from Ukraine and currently I want to do some, fast video for you about some news because actually I have an idea, more large and complicated video, but it's not ready for today. But anyway, I have some news. I want to share something with you. Of course, it's not happy information, but anyway, I think the world should know about that it's war. It's not over for Ukraine. And you see the map here. It is actually day before yesterday. It is red places, red regions where was the syrenes about danger of missile strikes. It is half of Ukraine. And this is the map of air syrenes about the danger from the air, missile strikes, red regions under danger of attack, under danger of missiles. So you see almost all regions of Ukraine are red. It means that if you go to, for example, western Ukraine or somewhere to the northern west of Ukraine, it doesn't mean that you will be safe here. Especially when we all the time receive the information that Lukashenko, the Belarusian dictator, tried to make his army more strong and make them go to the units closer to Volyn region. It is the most northern western region of Ukraine, near Poland, and also make his army larger. He will try to increase the units, military units of Belarusian army. I think it is possible. It's not very strong, but it is possible due to will be added. Some Russian units will be added to Belarusian army, and for world it will be like enriched and large Belarusian army, but in reality it will be like mixed with Russian and Belarusian army. And this is the project of future, one of the possible projects, because I don't think that it is accepted on 100%, but one of the architects proposed such a project for distroyed Hostomel. It is airport near Kiev that was destroyed about a month or two ago by Russians when they tried to capture Kiev. Inside of this territory of this airport was the largest in the world airplane Maria. If it translates to English, it will be a dream. And unfortunately, Russians by heavy artillery destroyed completely this huge beast plane. People all over the world come to airports, watch Maria, but now it's Russians destroyed and it cannot be restored, unfortunately. And it was on this airport. Of course, now it's completely ruined, and on the pictures, even forest near had no branches. These trees, they just naked, even without branches. So I think how many bullets, how many have a weapon applied to left even forest near without, and trees without any even big branches, just sticks. This is the project, and I hope it will become true, such a project, because it is really nice, and I hope that you will show maybe next year, or I don't know, such a Hostomel Airport near Kiev. I hope so. And this is the picture of destroyed Rubizhne. It is the village maybe on the east of Ukraine. It is this house is almost all completely destroyed. It is after Russians came and shelled this village. And this is the picture before. In March, before Russians came to this territory. So we see the difference here, completely normal houses and structure, and you see roads and everything is okay. And here, after Russians came to save Ukrainians from some kind of neo-Nazist, as they said, so that is what kind of freedom they bring to Ukraine. It is actually just death and destruction. So that is the thesis, or how to say, sentences about neo-Nazism. It is completely bullshit and lie. And I heard even the news that these days the main Rabbin, it's the main priest of Jews in Russia, escaped from Russia because they wanted to make him say the words on camera that he support Ukrainian war, and he didn't want to do that, so he just escaped. And how they then can say that we here in Ukraine neo-Nazists if Jewish people from escape from Russia, even their spiritual leaders. So you watch this, and this is the field Ukrainian farmers planted on the east of Ukraine, and after that Russians shelled it by heavy artillery applied, and all these dots, like bold places, it is state after Russian, it is places where striked heavy, after strike of heavy weapon, and so it is very bad time for farmers, especially for east and south of Ukraine. And you know that south of Ukraine actually mostly especially Mykolaiv region or Kherson region or Zaporizhia, it is very large territories of these regions is agricultural, good for planting, some berries, some cereals, and you see this field planted by cereals, and actually ground in Ukraine is very good for planting something. But you know what Russians doing to our lands, and I think there are a lot of plus to this unbeautiful picture. There's a lot of mines, maybe in the forest, in the bush. They make not good season, and I think it will be very complicated time, not just for Ukrainians but for those countries that buy some cereals or I don't know, some other products that produce Ukraine. I want to show the hidden camera in Kharkiv. It is a missile strike a couple days ago in Kharkiv supermarket. It is the video the camera was inside. It was at the night, so no one was inside. Fortunately, no one died, but this huge supermarket destroyed, and people actually, while this war, it is problems with food, and if this food is destroyed, it is also very bad for people. So this is the video in the morning after that strike in Kharkiv. The supermarket is the result of one missile strike, just one missile. And if it is, for example, 5 or 8 missiles, can you imagine how much damaged could be the city, some objects of the city. And this is the very strange video. This is the video from Mariupol. I found now the narrator there is too loud, but she just fun off of that bags people carrying. But you see this people of Mariupol who survived. They take the bags on the wheels. They take any big bags to come to get some food because they do not have much stores there. They don't have food, so they just come to the places where Russians gave them food. They carrying this, bags. You see different handmade, some things on wheels to put on them some, food, as many as possible. And that looks like how the world in occupied cities that lived without problems, very good with food, with everything they needed. But Russians wanted to like free them from normal life, and you see just people running for any food because they're hungry. And I think it's not normal, you know. And of course I hope that people from Mariupol, this city will return to Ukraine, because it's not normal to live like that. And so it's like a video. And also I want to show you the video of Russia fight of the Russians. They filmed or made a video inside of the battle. And actually after this fight, the author of this video got he wounded. Maybe hear no sound.
Стой. О, блядь! О, братан!
And actually I want to say to you that for now, when I watch some advertisement, or I don't know, some video of games with tanks, with military, even with the guns, you know, water guns to shoot by water, or some games with war. After such videos we watching all the time, you should remember that I wasn't in the, you know, in that place where hot fights. I was near, but thanks God Ukrainian army stopped Russians. They were very close, and I heard when I was near Kiev in my house, I heard not once shooting from the guns. The missiles was under my head, under my house, a lot of them, and every time I thought that it could strike somewhere near me. They were on the way to Hostomel, to Makariv. Maybe you remember this Hostomel. You saw the project, but other towns near. And I always I often very heard this you know, explosions, and my house like shaking all the time, and windows all the time shaked after these strikes. It was far away from me, but it sounded like somewhere close, you know, like in neighbor's garden. So after that I'm really stressed, and even I cannot even imagine how much stressed and feel psychological people who stayed, you know, in the places of hot fights. Because if even for me, toys, military toys, it's not acceptable. It's like something, you know, I cannot watch calm, because before war for me you know, some water gun was something simple. I never paid attention to that. Now I'm watching water gun, and for me like it's something bad. I cannot watch on this. So of course it damaged you know, psychologically. It influence very bad, but in the same time I cannot forget about this. I cannot watch about this, you know, because of my friends, my people I know. Just they live in different cities. I know people from Mariupol, I know people from Kharkiv. I know there's very complicated situation, and I cannot do not call them, do not ask them how if they're alive, if their relatives alive. And so that's why I'm watching all this, and I cannot stop, you know, to tell about this. And also that's why I want to share with you. Of course it's not pleasant topics to talk about, but anyway way I think world should know, and that it is very, you know, scary war. It is very scary, and it happens now. And actually The world should help us to stop it, but not on the terms of Russia. And because Russia starts all the time wars and think up how to do victims, blame victims that it's their fault. And I think we on this time, in this time, Russia should be stopped, and stopped in this way that the next war that next war will be not possible. So that was my video. Actually, I didn't plan to tell you all this, but I think it is very important for me, and I want to share it with you. Thank you for watching me today, and see you next time. Bye.